Okay, sorry. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. My mic was off. I didn't make sure everything is set. I hope everything is set. Let's get going. So, the easy market structure shift will push higher to this ranges of the fair value gap. I would love it if it comes all the way close to this 4 hour order block, but we could reject and come back for this low and for that fair value gap. But if we're to look at the 15 minutes time frame and looking at the sessions, we just opened the session here. Um, we pushed higher. Yes, we are at this 15 minutes where we look at. However, I love more this 5 minutes where we look up above to look for a reaction lower because we have not even tapped on this morning session. 50% of that fair value gap of the morning session candle on the 15 minutes time frame. We have not even tapped at that high. So that's where my thinking could be the market is coming to. So I'm anticipating that if you look at S&P 500, if it comes back to this AM session 15 minutes per value gap, to look for a trade below, once it gets there, I'll look for a trade below. Also, you look at you look at Nasdaq, it will be very nice, more confident if it comes back to that 5 minutes, the is a 5 minutes breaker as well, to look for lower prices as it gets there. And I know today the is a US shutdown. Yeah, then we're gonna talk about those politics. However, also looking at this 5 minutes, 5 minutes time frame, we have that 5 minutes, we have those 5 minutes. So now, immediately the session opened, we just tapped lower into that previous, into about 50% of the London session low, of this London session. However, it's also, let's see, what am I missing? Okay, it's fine. We have tapped that move higher. So for me, I'm not gonna get a trade until we get back there on that 15 minutes, on that 15 minutes, 5 minutes fair value gap. Sorry, on that 5 minutes fair value gap to look for lower prices. I think that's my plan for tonight. Until then, I'm not gonna take any trade. Um, for 5 minutes, I wait to look at back there and look for lower prices. Um, also looking at yeah, again, come back to retest this previous daily low and then look for lower prices. And then I think that's where my plan is for tonight. So welcome, guys. I hope you're good. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Oh, sorry. Do not forget to like and subscribe as you're joining. I'll truly appreciate that. We will do a lot of analysis as we go along. Just need to quickly check something. Here, my throat is dry. Okay. So while waiting for the move to happen, I will open. Doesn't want to break about, eh? Should have taken profit. Damn yourself. I don't know why it doesn't even break about. There. Was I greedy not to take the one is to two? Okay, I'm going to turn it past there. Sorry, I will show you what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Yeah. Not to break even or concentrating about this year. Okay, yeah, I will show you. Let's explain everything. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I will open my H finder. Can I tell you something? I need to look at the swaps here. I'm getting positive swaps, I think. I'll confirm that. Also, it's paying me to hold this trade, so I am fine with it. Oh God, my throat is dry. So, just quick update on the forex side. Okay, so I will mark this, mark this. Oh, sorry guys. Just quickly adding this. I have a trade there already. My target will be that high. Is this high? Yes, that's my target. I hope that's gonna hold that. If it leaves this fair value gap, I'm gonna move to stop loss. Maybe we'll break inside and push to the upside. But I'll explain everything. Stop loss trail to profit. So we'll speak about this and the trade that I've taken. Oh God, my throat is killing me. Okay, let's speak about it. Sorry guys, I'm having a dry throat now, so I might struggle to go through everything. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as you're coming through to the live. Just okay. A closure here, move stop loss to profit, hold, hoping for a dip inside and push back to the upside. Interesting. Okay, just waiting for this to open. Come on, open. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I'm just seeing things that are interesting, yeah. I didn't expect it, so they say. These are beautiful, I should say. But let's go through them while waiting for our trade. Okay. I'm on a trade. I move my stop loss to break even. I am and I'm just watching this area of resistance. Yeah. If in the next hour 30 closes like that, I might trail my stop loss here to profit. And then looking at the move going higher, my target is at the high. So for now, stop loss is trail to profit just to secure a few bucks. But the reason why I took the trade, we have been, if we're to look at it, we've been on the downtrend. Uh, we saw a break above and holding that area as support. I just looked for an entry to the upside. It has already given me a good profit, but it's rejecting. So now I'll be watching the next 30 minutes, 1 hour 30, where this candle closes. I hope it's gonna leave a fair value gap here. If it does, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even to use that fair value gap as a resistant area to push to the upside. But that's not only the reason why I took this trade. That's not the only reason why I took the trade. I will explain everything. Remember, the dollar to date is down 11%. So there is an NFP coming this week. There's quite a lot of fundamentals coming. But the reason why I took the trade, look, the reason why I took the trade is here. So the dollar is gaining a bit of strength, and I'll explain why. You see that now we have GBP CAD, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, USD CAD. These are the most bullish pairs now. Bitcoin is coming along as well. AUDUSD and AUDUSD and NZUSD. So just to compare this, so this is basically my trade ideas, and that's what I would be looking for. Unfortunately, I will explain I took a loss on US oil. I tried to long it, didn't work, but it's fine. Let's just look at the economic heat map. We'll start with the US economic heat map, why the dollar is gaining a bit of strength lately, looking at all the fundamentals. I think will explain it better. On the first, we saw a good jobs day. ADP, it was bad. We got a miss of 85,000. Uh, does that in the indication that the jobs data is bad like previously? I have no idea. However, if I were to look at Jobs opening, so this is a Jobs opening, yeah. We got a good number. Initial jobless claims, we got a good number, which is very bullish for both stocks and but the currency itself, that's very bullish. On the 26th, PCE just came out straightly neutral, but PPI was bullish as well, came out very strong, which was bullish for stocks because PPI number we just got a miss, which is now in terms of inflation, PPI in the indication of a slowdown in a bit of inflation, which is very good for stocks because if the inflation is lower, that will give a very strong trade ideas for stocks as well. But CPI, we're still waiting for CPI now. But the most current jobs data from the US that came out was the GDP. Look at that. You got good reading, and they're very bullish for both stocks and the dollar itself. And that has caused the dollar to gain a lot of strength we've seen in the market now um, in terms of the technical that the dollar is just slightly pushed to the upside. But since the dollar, I'm trading it with CHF. You look at the economic heat map of CHF, it's very bearish. Look at that. You look at retail sale was a miss. You look at employment change was bad. Unemployment rate, it's coming up higher. We got higher unemployment rate. That's a miss of 0.1, which the previous one was 2.7. You look at that also, that's very bearish. You come to retail sale as well. We got a lower retail sales. That's indication of a slowing in inflation. And you know what? While we have a very slowed down in the inflation of a country, we're not gonna get rate cuts. It's either they keep the interest rate the same or they decrease the interest rate just to entice buying and for participation in the market. And then you also look at PMI also. Um, came out very bearish looking at the forecast and actually the number that came out on the first as well. And then this came out today as well. So you look at the CHF is bad, hence I'm bullish for the dollar against the CHF, and then the trade is doing quite well for now. Then you look at the other ones, but I'll look at is Australian dollar now. Then I'll look at UK, but that's not really important. Australian dollar, it's very bearish, I should say, fairly bearish, but compared to the dollar has gained a lot of strength. Look at the heat map at about 29%, which is fairly bearish. Unemployment change and but because when you check everything else, that's a miss, that's a miss, that's a miss. Case this is very bullish for it. But if we're to look at PPI and CPI, lower CPI means now you look at, let's just quickly focus on CPI. 22%, which is like 21%, that's exactly or close to what the target is. Remember, I always speak about the target that the target for CPI in most countries is 2%. So therefore, right now we got about 2.1%, just close. We're not gonna get rate. We're not gonna get rate. We're not gonna get rate hikes. Possibilities that might happen in a long term is to get rate cut because of you look at the CPI data, how it's looking like. You look at PMI as well. So the CPI data is the one that is telling us that still July. Oh, let me quickly confirm. There might be an error, yeah. I will go to the day trade. Hold on, I need to confirm Australian dollar. Didn't we get didn't we get any data coming out lately? Oh, they kept the interest rate the same on Tuesday, yes. It's expected. Okay, we're still waiting for inflation data. Okay, we're still waiting for the inflation data. Okay, I will confirm that it's fine. I'll confirm that it's fine. So that is why now I'm bullish for the dollar against the Australian dollar. I'm bullish. I guess the dollar fairly gained a lot of strength lately. Uh, and then labor data, I spoke about labor data, the easiest way that I think I could explain it. But so that's where we are. That's where we are in terms of my trade ideas lately. Um, what have you been looking at? What are you looking at? And what do you think? Don't forget to like and subscribe as you're joining. So this is where I am. I'm gonna look at Nasdaq Gold and the others, but now I'm gonna fully focus on Nasdaq. Let's go. Let's just quickly go through Nasdaq. Okay, before Nasdaq, I took a trade on oil at dismally went bad. I don't know why I tried too long there, but it dismally long went bad. I am watching this low now to see. I tried to long very high, but now I'm just gonna wait. Oh, come on, what am I doing? I just wanna see if are we gonna get, so if we get a rejection candle that will close like that, that will close like that. If we get a rejection candle that will close like this, which will be green, like that, reject and close like that, I am gonna look, let me just do it. We are holding support. Are we looking at the same thing? We are not. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking at US oil. I'm trying to long US oil. I took long here. I took a loss, just took me out at that low now. And then for me right now, the plan is to see a rejection candle that will close like that. If I see the rejection candle that I'm looking for, I'm gonna go long on US oil. It is bullish. Possibility of oil prices going up are there. So that's what I'm looking at. But let's look at indices in general. I know that we are day trading this side, but we'll look at everything. Never mind that. So for me, to be honest, as much as it's very bullish, I am not gonna look for anything unless we see a very good move to somewhere there. And I think that move will be about 50% retracement or 38% retracement. Let me do this. About 50%, between 50 and 38% retracement, somewhere there, I could consider to long Nasdaq. It's showing it's showing good signs of bullishness, so I will consider it. Also, what's this? S&P 500, also same thing, same retracement that I'm looking for. I'm looking for lower prices. US30, it didn't come all the way where I was expecting it, but it also it looks like it might have held that support. Possibility of it could have longed it, yes, but it was not a long that I will say I wanted to stay forever. I am worried about it, so I'm just watching it closely. I think we just overstretched. I'm looking for lower prices. Something that I've been watching closely is Russell. As I said before, if Russell come back lower, I could look to take long on Russell. So I am really, really, really watching this indices. You can clearly see there is a very strong bullishness, even if, when you look at the fundamentals, even the H funder, it is giving a very strong bullishness on this indices. And then if I were to look at Russell is not here as Russell's bullish as well. Okay. Awesome. If I could get lower price to push back to the upside, I'll be happy to take that. So I think that's what I'm looking at, man. I was thinking about Australian dollar and I compared the fundamentals between the two. To be honest, I am watching that closely. I will use, should I take this? Okay, I am considering it. Let me see. I'm considering shorting, I'm considering shorting AUD USD, AUD USD. I'm really considering it. So, so, okay. I'm considering shorting this. I will think about it. I'm considering shorting AUD USD. A very strong consideration. I'll think about it. I'll come back to it. And then my guy here, it could hold, honestly, New Zealand dollar, it could hold here. Uh, yeah, that could hold. That support will hold here. But if I'm considering taking it, I will be looking for this higher. Where my stop loss supposed to be, I will be looking for that as well. So I will be watching this pairs very closely. Yeah. This is what I'm watching now. Yeah, this is what I'm watching, ladies and gentlemen. But the biggest one, before I go to our day trading, because we might lose a trade today while explaining all this long-term trading thing. This is very high. I'm looking for lower prices. If it comes back here and still bullish, I will definitely take long. Definitely. But anyway, let's go back to day trading, ladies and gentlemen. And tell me what you think. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Okay, we have not reached the level that we've been looking for. Let's see. Did we reach? Okay, there is signs of that we are reaching, but even though we have reached the level that we've been looking for, I think we should be extra careful because of this for value gap here. That might give us a reaction like that, come back and still push to the upside. So I'm just, let me see. I guess right now there's nothing, man. I'll just wait, to be honest. I'll just wait. Let me just wait and see the reactions. Let me just wait. Let me just wait. 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 Do not forget to like and subscribe as you're joining the stream. I'll truly appreciate that. And what's this? So I'm just God, yo, need to make tea. Yes. The market can be slow today. I should be honest with you guys. The market can be very slow today. Mm. Hold on, I need to make tea. Oh, I need to make tea. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I was making tea. There's not seem to be a movement that will help me right now. Guys, the market is very slow, eh? So I'm responding to a text. So tell me, guys, any one of you trades, they call this? Oh God, this is terrible. If you have tapped into this 15 minutes level gap, let me see what happens here. You have tapped into that 15 minutes level gap, but let me see if are we gonna sweep here and comes up higher because this is very slow and lagging. That will be interesting to see the reaction here because if it does, like now and flip this high, let me see what happens if it flips this high. Just wanna holding 5 minutes for a look at. Let me see. Just thinking, let's see how this move. Because if it flips that high, we might look for a trade, to be honest. And that will be, but that has to be a very fast, good trade. Let me see Nasdaq. Mm, yeah, ne? Let's see how it closes here. Let's see this side. Okay, I might consider taking this trade exactly on this retest. Shucks. You know what? I came in here, forgot to deposit the money that. So anyway, this is the trade that I want. I hope it's not going to retest until I set up my stuff. Because the reason being, we have the 50 minutes, we have the 5, and then there is also a 1 minute. Yeah. So I could get a very quick trade to the upside, and then perhaps, yeah, let's see if I'll get have enough time to deposit and transfer and be able to take this trade. Okay, you should be in this trade. Um, Honestly, you should be in this trade. I will have taken this just for note. I have not taken the trade yet. I just came in because I was late, forgot to transfer my money to this trading account. So that's what I'm doing now. But that's a trade that you could take, and I'm taking it. It's a bit risky. If you're on a trade, well done. If you're not, good luck. Okay, you're on a trade, good luck. That's what I wanted to say, not well done, because the straight trade has not went your direction. So, Guamanje, we are just holding on. Oh, come on. I hope it's not gonna jump. Oh, shucks. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna still wait. If it gives another retest, and then I will take a trade. It might have left me, by the way. By the way, that's all I can say. That's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. It is gone. It is gone. These are the peaks of not being ready by the time you have to, by the time you are trading, when you go come live and trade, because I'm always late. But it is fine. Let's set it up. We still have an opportunity. We can set it up. It did retest again. Okay. Can we prepare my trade? Mm, I have only one problem, guys, and I think I'll explain my problem to you. The spreads are ridiculous. That's the first problem I have. Oh, God. The only thing I'll say right now, I did take the trade. Just got the fill right there. And then, but I took half of a normal position that I'll take. And I'll explain why. Okay. And by the way, ugh, my throat now is dry. Uh, I'm on the trade. Let's see. This how be my break even high. Close above, I'm gonna move to break even. So I'm on the trade. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm on a trade. Hey, do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. It's a power hour. I'm hoping the power hour will give me something. Okay, okay. Come on, man. It needs to start moving now. Just need to move a close above this high. That will have confirmed my goal. If it doesn't close above, it's not gonna confirm anything. So let's mark that and then mark this as white to make my life easier. Shucks. Do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, and tell me what you think. It's waiting to break above there. Close. If it closes above, guys, I'm gonna move to break even. I only see a reason for it coming back lower. That's a move you want, but you want it to close higher. You see, you want it to close very strong above that current high rejection that it had. So this next move needs to close higher. And then if that happens, this move, if it closes above this high here, and then then definitely I don't see a reason for the market coming back. But you need a strong move above and closes above. For now, that high is still holding. So it's one of those things. Yeah, you want to move like that, and it closes like that, then I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. Good move, I should say. Close above, then there's no need for risk, to be honest. Even now, if you want, but I'm just gonna wait for the next 10 seconds and move my stop loss to break even. My targets are 1:2 or to that high. Oh, look at that. So there's no need for me to break even here. Look at that. Look at this closure. You don't want such a closure. Within the last 2 seconds, it just came down. So you don't want such a closure. You want a strong close above. So let's see. It happens, man. And then sometimes you just have to stay disciplined and watch it and stick to your plan. And that's what I'm trying to do. Sometimes it's difficult to do that when the market does this, showing very strong signs of rejections like now. Very strong signs of rejection, but you need to stick to your plan and I guess hold on to your plan. Because that high is still holding, to be fair. It didn't close above exactly, closed exactly on that line. So let's hold on to the next candle and see how it goes. No, it's a bit frustrating to hold on to a trade like this. I'm not gonna lie, it's frustrating. You want a good distribution to your direction, and you know that the trade has worked. But yeah, back to break-even point. Yeah, that's why I was looking for that closure above that high to avoid like a move like this, because this move can take me out, or it can just reverse back to the upside immediately after. So, hey man, you sometimes have to stick to your plan. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. So you just have to stay patient and seeing if you can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do not forget to like and subscribe as you're joining, guys. Come on. I'll appreciate that. Now, I should mention something here. Should be a bit worried about that gap here that it's holding. Be a bit worried about that gap. It could hold that gap to come back to this lows here, to come back for that low, and then push back again to the upside. So I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to. I don't want to see that gap. But we are slowly moving back to that 5 minute fair value gap that I spoke about earlier as an overall. That if it gets there, perhaps then we could start to short, but it doesn't look like it. Um, yeah, I guess it's one of those days where you just look at the trade and be like, I'm sticking to my plan. Yeah. You see that 1 minute fair value gap I was talking about? Unless if we get that inversion again, and then it will look like if we were to move this, it will look like support because now it's holding it as support now. Maybe if it closes above, that will be broke of the support to look for long prices. But for now, you just yeah, there's no clear direction in this market. That one is holding again, so I don't know. I'm gonna hold it. Oh, come on. It's holding that for the look at. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it's one of those annoying trades, right? And you gotta sit it through. Yeah, ne? This is, yeah. Hmm, okay. Also, this high is critical, by the way. This high, yeah, it's a very critical high. I should mention that because we could go back and take out that high and come back lower. Um, but yeah, I think the trade is just dilly dallying. So this trade does not look like it will play out now. There's a very good momentum to the downside again. So that's something to note. Yeah, I don't think it will play out. I don't think there's a miracle. I don't think the trade will play out. Yeah. Any small move lower, I'm out. And that will be a third loss in a row. I don't think to hold in. Got it. We have already gotten that, counting on that 1 minute invasion breaker block that I was holding. I was hoping for it to hold to look for an upside. So that has already been invaded. So I think the trade won't go well. Yeah. Already dancing with my stop loss. Hey, I should be out. Okay, on my broker is still alive, but I don't think it will hold. Mm. Yeah, ne? Yeah, the trade was not gonna hold, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm gonna move this because I'm still on a trade. I don't know how, but yeah. Yeah, ne? This thing does not want to distribute, eh? Do not forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, that's a terrible stream today. Back again from the deep drawdown to break even again. Yeah, I believe the next 30 minutes is very critical again. A possibility of my trade to survive. Come on, man. You distribute. It's holding that physical both as support and resistance at the same time. Very interesting. Very interesting. Come on, man. Not distribution at all. I'm just staying on the trade, guys. Okay. If it closes above, I'm just gonna move my stop loss to break even. I don't think I have the energy to stay in this trade anymore. If it doesn't just give, okay, let me watch this 1 minute what it does. Didn't close the way I wanted. I have an energy to stay in this trade. Let's see. Uh, okay, let me wait a bit. Guys, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. There's no need for me to stay in this trade. Though, if it takes me out, I'll hate myself. Let me stay. I'll stay. I will stay. Still gonna stick to my plan. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will stay on this trade. It's annoying, but I will stay. Still have until 10 o'clock. Still gonna look for that closure above that line, that rejection area. It's a very strong rejection it. So if we close above, I don't think we'll come back lower. Now I'll mark this so that you see just what's happening here. Up and down, up and down. It's annoying, man. I wish it can just give me a closure that I'm talking about, just above, then move my stop loss to break even. Annoying, I should say. Yep. Back to break even again. Yeah. Now there's good distribution to the downside. Don't know why it doesn't want to give a closure above that high. Eh? Yep. That's a distribution to the downside, and that's the kind of distribution I wanted to the upside. And I didn't get that. So I don't think there's the very strong bearish momentum right now. So as it comes back out, comes back slowly. That's why I doubt if my trade will survive here because of how the market is moving. Very annoying. I could have moved my stop loss to break even and take a break even and call it a day, but I decided to stick to the plan and the ideas that I had all along. Sometimes it backfires like now, where you are likely to gonna go out. But also, if I would have moved my stop loss to break even, then immediately it comes back here and jump back up and close above where my break even point was. I was gonna hate myself for that. So rather stick to the plan. Um, you in might as well fail a corner. That's how they say in South Africa. Yeah. This will be the so there is this breaker 1 minute fair value gap here. So I think that's something that you need to look at as well. So if we can get such good momentum again, another candle with this good momentum to the upside, it looks good. Yeah, this is annoying, I should say, guys. Do not forget to like and subscribe as you're joining. How long I've been on this trade? Maybe I'm complaining for nothing. Mm, close to 30 minutes now. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. I don't think the trade will hold. As I said before, the trade doesn't look like it will hold. We consolidated for a while. So we don't want to close above a certain high. So I don't think it's something that you we should just be worried about. Yep, it's going for my stop loss. Okay, I'm out. Thank you so much, guys. In a horrible price section, it's easy to say to me, I will have moved my break even, and I will not have taken a loss, third loss in a row. But looking at the price action, my plan and was to stick to the plan. A trade above that high, that's what I was looking for, and I didn't get a trade above that high. And I don't think I'll look into jumping in another trade today. So also we didn't reach the high that I was looking for. If maybe we tapped that high, maybe I was gonna say, if it was earlier, I was gonna look for shorts. So, but the trade didn't work out. There's nothing about it. Just to close the stream off, let me just quickly do this, then we can close the off stream, then we can speak about forecast, and then we can take it from there. Hold on for me. Mm, Okay. Before we close it off, let's speak about swing trading and the position I'm having on the trading side. Okay. On the swing trading side, I did explain I am holding a USD CHF trade. Also, one thing that is annoying about we are holding that support. Others will have jumped on again right now. But I won't move my stop loss to break even yet. I mean, I'm not gonna move my stop loss to profit as yet. Given the price action, he seems not to leave I wanted to get a clear fair value gap there. Then I was gonna look for those highs, but it seems like I didn't get that, so I'm not gonna look for any highs right now. But as I said earlier, I am contemplating shorting here to look for lower prices. Yeah, I'm contemplating it. Let me think about it. Let me see let's look at the macroeconomics of it. Perhaps we'll take it. Let's jump on this. Perhaps we'll take it, man. Oh, look at that. Let's see. When I'm man, I want this. Here we go. So AUDUSD very new, very bearish. Last week Friday they sold. If we're to look at COT data, let me just do this to make my life easier. No man, I want I want measure currencies. Where is this asset thing? Yeah, I wanted to leave measure currencies category. Oh yes. Okay. Let me load. Okay, here we go. So AUDSD is bearish and ZUSD. So this are bearish already. I'm long here. I'm thinking of going short on AUDSD and ZD can't. It's very high for me. And if we to look at it, COTC commitment of traders. You look at the commitment of traders. They sold last week. Very strong selling last week. You look at seasonality. AUDSD is bearish. Trend is also bearish right now. PMI, PPI, PMI, I suppose, CPI in the Australia is bearish. So honestly, I think the bears are strong for it. Let's look at COT data. Let's look at COT data before we decide. I might take it there. And I said I will speak about carry trades as well, but let's speak about COT data and speak about this trade. Wait. Commitment of traders. So one of the most sold currencies, the institution last week, uh, they sold Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and gold as well. But look at the strong selling here. In fact, if we were to look at it, they did, but they added about 10,000 short contracts. If we were to look at here, they added 10,000 short contracts. So that's one of the reasons that smart money is selling last week. And then technically, it makes sense for me to go short. And I think I'll explain the technical part of it. When you look at the labor data, just quickly look at there's a US labor data. Looking at economic heat map, if we're to look at the Australian dollar, also I did explain about constitution that they sold. Also, PPI, CPI, they've been very bearish for the Australian dollar. I think generally I should be bearish. I've looked at everything that I want to look at. I think I'll be short, man. Okay, let me explain why. So it's a retest at above 50% retracement. We are rejecting at a 50% retracement. Above it, I'm just gonna mark this for reference. For our fair value gap that is holding. For our fair value gap it's holding. Though it is like a breaker kind of a thing. Should I wait for this closure and look at it tomorrow? Because I'm seeing the daily is closing high. Let me see. Okay, let me think. Let me take it. Am I willing to take it? Let me take it. I think I'm willing to take it. Let me take it. Yeah. Let me see. Just yep, I'm taking it. It is. Yeah, I'm taking it. It is support though. Yeah, it is support. I'm gonna take it. Okay. I'm gonna short AUDUSD. I'm gonna short it now. Oh, hold on. Before I short it, let's speak about carry trades. I said I wanted to speak about a carry trade. Let's speak about a carry trade because I'm long AUDUSCHF and that there's a positive carry trade. Yeah, carry trade scanner. So I'm earning interest on holding long here. Here is USD CHF. So I'm getting about 4% of my position for holding the trade. However, AUDUSD minus, oh, wait. So for shorting this, I'm earning 4% here for buying AUD CHF. However, yeah, I'm losing about 2% for selling this. So AUDUSD interest rate in the US is 3.6. That's 4.25 in the dollar. Oh no, 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 I'm right. So selling this, it's good, it's gonna lose about 0.65%. So the carry trade is not bad. So here you can read the description if you have. So as I said, if the base minus the code, the base is shorter, you're getting a negative. Here we're getting a positive. We need to short. We need to long. Where's NZDJPY? Oh yeah. So if I were to short this, I'm gonna lose about that. So one thing also I love about AUDSD, it's carrying positive trade as well for shorting it. Just wanted to confirm that. So carry trades are that important. But let's short, man. I went short. I went short here. Here we go. I went short. So I did short AUDUSD. That's where I went in. Stop loss above. Like that. So the only two positions I have is AUDUSD and USD CHF. So I'm long that. So I'm long. So let's see how it all unfolds. The one that I'm in profit, it's USD CHF. However, I've already taken a loss on US oil. So I think that's something that I should state upfront. I've taken a loss on US oil. I am considering longing again, but I'll see the reaction. If daily time frame give a good closure like that, then I will I'll look for longs as well. But yeah, that's what I'm holding. So without any wasting time, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And if you'll watch this later, do not forget to like and subscribe. And I appreciate all of you. Just know that I love you and have a great day and have a good um, night if you're in South Africa and elsewhere. Have a great weekend, man. But join me tomorrow again, 7 p.m. And we trade together. I truly appreciate all of you. I truly appreciate all the love. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Other than that, check out Tickmo. Do your due diligence. A great broker. That's what I trade with. Other than that, have a great day, guys. I love you all.